Took a trip to Home Depot to pick up a couple of things I needed to get the garden finished. I finally got in my last garden bed that I need to put together to complete the garden by the greenhouse. So I picked up this Black Cow organic raised bed garden soil that I've never seen before, so I was excited to give it a try, and I picked up a liquid fertilizer that I've used before in my garden. Before getting started on the project, we needed to do a quick outfit change. First things first is putting together the last garden bed. This took about 15 minutes top. It's pretty much self-explanatory when putting it together. I'm so excited to see my vision coming true when it comes to this garden. Now it's time to fill up the garden beds. Here I am using a weed barrier cloth to line the bottom of the bed. Filling up a garden bed can take up a lot of soil, so I am repurposing my old garden beds to fill up the current beds. It's been a while since using these, so the soil has hardened. I don't know what this tool is called, but I'm so glad that I had it around because it really helped when it came to breaking up the soil. I'm also going in with the mesh baskets that I had added to the garden when I couldn't decide whether or not I wanted to add more garden beds to the greenhouse. These really came in handy when filling up. Now to prep the soil. You want to make sure that your soil is well draining, so adding things like perlite or vermiculite will help. You also want to make sure that it has organic matter like compost, manure, or worm castings. Raised garden beds also dry out faster, so you want to make sure that the soil has good moisture retention. I like to add coco coir to the mix. Mulching also helps to retain moisture, but not only that, it also helps with suppressing weeds and regulate soil temperatures. When it comes to measuring, there really isn't any measurement that I stick to. I just like eyeballing everything until everything looks fluffy enough to add to the beds. Once everything is all mixed up, I just add it right into the beds and try to even out the surface, and then I repeat until I fill up. This is the hardest part when it comes to setting up the garden beds, but once it's all done, I take a very much needed nap.
All 4 garden beds are now pretty much here, and this one's filled and ready to go, but this one I still need to mix some soil up and get in there with it. I could just toss the bag in there, but I want to give it a good mix for some aeration and some moisture. But I also regret not adding perlite in here. And I'm like, does it need perlite? Because this mix was my previous mix, and it was the same coco coir soil, perlite, and perlite is still pretty active in there. So now this mix is a little bit more dense, but at the same time it's not. It's a little bit airy. So I don't know, we'll see. Currently I have arugula in here, and I don't know. I don't know why I thought that I was gonna like arugula, but I don't. It's a little bitter for me, but maybe if I were to put it in salads, it would kind of take the bitterness away, because just eating it on its own is a no-no. So that's I don't know. I'm just experimenting here too. And the irrigation system is working pretty good. This was from this morning's watering, and as you see, it's wet at the base. Wet at the base. This is from the mist that I did yesterday, and I have some kale in here that's doing good so far. We have some new growth here. I also added some lettuce seeds, and in this one I added spinach. Yeah, so far so good. Still need to do that bed though.